Hello.
Hello. You there?
Yeah, I'm
You
here.
good?
Yep, I opened it up in the app. We should be good.
Welcome to another episode of Pete's Corner Store, everybody. Pete and Buzz here. We're going to talk about whatever today, kids. I got an update on my car, by the way.
Yep.
I filled you in on what happened so far, right? We took it in. They said they blew the engine. So when they called us, they told us they wanted us to pay 60-40. They pay 60, we pay 40 basically, which is horse crap if you ask me. So I guess Hyundai is having a meeting with them today to negotiate about everything. So I don't know. We're gonna see if they're gonna change the percentage amounts.
Right, because wasn't it that Hyundai called the place was like, no, there's a warranty on this, and you guys
Well, that's
work
what he
for
told me
us.
originally. He called me, he said there was a warranty, but they said there's two warranties because Stacy called them and was arguing with them, and they tried to get him to call and honor the 100,000 mile warranty that it has apparently on it. So I don't know what's going on. We called them back today to see what's going on, and the lady's like, "Well, we're gonna have a meeting with them. We're gonna see if we can get them to pay more than 60." I'm like, "Why don't they just pay it all? If there's a 100,000 mile warranty, I don't understand what the argument is. Then I don't get what the problem is here."
Yeah, because Hyundai has really good warranties, just like Kia. That's why we got the Kia Forte. Because when we went to we went to Subaru, we went to Toyota, we went to um, Ford, we went to a bunch of different car places and looked at cars. We were looking for good gas mileage, and then we were looking at warranty stuff.
Yeah.
And Kia and Hyundai, they have the best for their used cars and new cars. Because even if you buy a car used, if it's under that 10-year, 100,000 miles, they still honor it. And then they have like another one that's like 160,000 miles. So I mean, it's really good, and you can get like their extended thing, and they honor it. Like I mean, I've had a couple recalls on my car, nothing too big. There was the one where it was like cars were blowing up, and they fixed whatever that was.
Yeah.
But like the newest one is, having a Kia, specifically like the older cars, like mine's a 2013, still banging gas mileage though. They Since it's not a fob Kia, it's not a electric like starter. There's like apparently like these Kia boys on TikTok and YouTube where they're breaking into Kias and showing how you can break them in. Well, they had like this weird like glowy circle around the ignition thing. They just like replaced that. So whatever that does to stop it from making it so easy for people to jump these cars, they
Uh,
did that.
I remember they were talking about people were stealing them. They were saying the same thing about ours, but ours was the engine. They didn't say exactly. I mean, the guy's like, "Oh, he had to explain it to you, but mate." Like, so basically, the engine crapped out on the car. I'm like, it's only got 68,000 miles on this thing, or whatever, on that range, you know? And Stacy's the one that did the investigation, was looking into it and found out that they have the 100,000 mile warranty. And then it's like, I don't understand what the problem is here. I shouldn't have to pay shit if that warranty exists. Why are you not honoring it? So that's what they're trying to figure out. So they're like, well, I don't know why they're not honoring it. I don't either. You tell me why they're not honoring it.
Right, because it should definitely honor it if you're under 100,000 miles.
Yeah, but it's not the dealership we bought it from. The one we bought it from, I don't even want to get started with them. They pissed me the fuck off, that whole thing. But they said the same thing. They'd have to ship it off to a Hyundai dealer to get it weird because they don't work on Hyundais. I'm like, all right, I get that. Regardless, there's a 100,000 mile warranty. Why it is that we can't get somebody that can get this thing done? I don't understand.
Right. A regular Hyundai dealership then should be able to do it because, yeah,
That's what you would think, but apparently that's not what's going on now.
that's
So
insane.
we're still waiting to find out. So they were supposed to call him today and have a meeting with him or whatnot. So we'll see. I'm waiting to hear the outcome of that. I think she's supposed to call us back. Stace was talking earlier, so I don't know. But she's got me watching Grey's Anatomy right now, so I got hooked on to watching that now. So I watched season 1 last night a little bit. I passed out, got up this morning, and watched a little more of it. Now I'm on the season 2.
Yeah, so look, Hyundai has two warranties. They have a 5-year, 60,000 miles covers repair or replacement of any manufacturer or original installed stuff. Then they have a 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty of Hyundai. And that is powertrain warranty, and then the 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty.
Yeah, so we fall into the powertrain then because it's the engine. So I don't understand why they're having this problem getting them to comply.
Right, and that is from Hyundai's website.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I
And
said, I'm not sure how that'll work.
updated in
They're supposed to meet with
2023.
them.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. Like I
But
don't even.
that's the thing, like for our listeners, like when you're buying a car and stuff like that, look into all that. And then when you're buying a car brand from another place, just making sure that dealership that you're buying it from is like the certified resale people should be able to do that work for you at their shop, because they're a certified resale for Hyundai or Honda or Toyota or whatever, because that's the whole thing with that.
Yeah.
Because what all it is they have to have a mechanic that they go through a different type of class bullshit, and they get a certificate that says they're a certified mechanic for Honda, they're a certified mechanic for Ford, because when I worked at Midas back in the day, we had like a guy who was like a certified Honda dealer, and he was certified he had a mechanic and a certified this and worked for Midas.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes
So
sense. Well,
yeah.
no, I get the different, only certain mechanics work on certain things. I get that, but my thing is, if I got that warranty, why are we even having this conversation? They won't give us an answer to why it is, and to me, it's just greed.
Right.
So it's that Clay Cooley, whatever it is, because where we broke down, there was one right down the opposite side of the road, so I had to pay to have it towed to the other dealership. I think that is bullshit too. It's like, dude, just go pick it up. You have a record. It's right down the street on the other side of the highway. You're that stubborn, you can't go and pick this thing up and bring it over there?
Right.
So I don't know. We're still waiting for the outcome of that fun little event there. So I'm like, ugh.
Well, did you get the roadside assistance on your insurance, or I don't know
Yeah,
how
that's
the
how I
state of
got it, but
Texas
it would
does it.
only take it to the dealership.
Mm.
So we took it to the wrong dealership. I took it to Dodge one because I bought it through a Dodge dealer. I was like, all right, well, I figured they can. Oh, we don't work on Hyundai. So then I had to take it down to the Hyundai dealer, and that's why I had to pay to have them tow it over there.
Ah, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, so I had to pay out of pocket for that to have it towed down there just to find out how the engine's blown, basically. So they had to order a new engine.
That's crazy.
So I'm waiting to hear back from this lady from Hyundai to see what the hell's going on with the whole situation.
Well, we just sent my oldest crotch goblin on her way. She packed up her stuff in her room that she could fit in. I mean, we fit a lot of stuff in that Impala. So, Mike and me agreed to give her his Impala there, but she is going to pay us once she gets a job, because that's the other thing, she needed a car for a job.
Is he still in the shower? Or can he
Yeah.
hear what I'm about to say next?
No, he's still in the shower.
Oh, good. I got a message from when he gets out. I want everybody to hear this fucking message, all right? This fucking guy. This asshole sends me a message talking about my fucking hockey team. Oh, fuck him. All right? Fuck Sidney Crosby. Fuck the Penguins. Fuck Mario Lemieux, okay? Not to mention his football team that looks like they got no fucking clue what's going on over there. These fucking Bills fans over there.
I heard that the Falcons right now are the ones that are like really fucking up in the draft.
No, stop it. Listen, they have Kirk Cousins as their fucking quarterback. That's not going to get you far. Yes, you paid him all that money. And everybody having a fucking heart attack needs to calm down, dude. Because how long until he craps out and then you're fucked again? Like, get the fuck over it. You knew they were going to draft. They had to draft a quarterback. They needed one. They don't have anybody else there behind him. So what if he goes down? That kid's right there, ready. You got to make sure that kid's ready to go. And then this putting rookies in right away shit never works out.
Right.
I can still do an episode just biggest busts in NFL history, and you just run down the list, because Ryan's Leaf name would appear right on that fucking list. He didn't do shit. Baker Mayfield hasn't done shit. Johnny Manziel hasn't done shit. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Tim Tebow didn't do shit. He couldn't even complete a fucking pass, and he still was. They love this guy.
See, we're gonna have to do some sports.
We will. Don't worry. When he gets closer,
Yeah.
we're getting ready for
When
that.
it
We're
gets
gonna have Mike
closer.
come on and have him
Yeah.
explain why it is he's a Bills
Exactly.
fan and why he's used to disappointment like a Dallas Cowboys fan, because those dudes are fucking delusional as well.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is between Mike, you, and my friend Casey. Like, Casey started talking to me because he's a Falcons fan,
Oh,
and he's just
we
like,
need to
so
get
he's
Casey
like,
on
I
here
can
too. I think we
sympathize
need
with
to
my
add him in the group. I think we need to go for it. We need to add them all on here.
right. I was just like, I don't know why,
Maybe
because
we can get AJ to come back on for this one. He'd probably come down for the. He'd probably be out down for the NFL discussion.
because I
Keep
was
the pulse.
buzzed. He was buzzed. We were playing Fortnite last night, and we were shooting the shit, and then I'm always the middle person here in my headset with Mike and him talking about sports and him talking to sports about me. I was like, I don't understand why everybody talks to me about
Y'all
sports.
should have hit me up. I'd have came on and played. I was playing Overwatch. I'm trying to get through these 50 fucking quick play wins so I go back to competitive modes. I got my account
Look,
banned for 2
I'm
weeks.
trying
So
to get
bad.
my Appa glider. I want the damn Appa glider. I'm trying
Well,
to
when the
get my
kids already
Appa
have
glider.
it, they said, fuck you, by the way. They already got it.
What?
Brianna's already got hers. Yeah, she plays
Yeah,
with her new mom's boyfriend's, who's a streamer.
there you
And
go.
she's like, we were grinding levels last night. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And hit your old man up and let him know what the fuck, bro. So, but I mean, I play with her here and there. It's like, it is what it is. They're kids, they'll play when they want to play. She does the YouTube videos for us, by the way, which are getting a lot of views.
Nice.
This little shit's already up to 101 subscribers on her YouTube account. I'm like, damn, bro, I got 2. Yeah, you're telling me. We got one more follower, though, on Spotify. And then I've been uploading it also on BeanPod, which is this other one I think we're switching to come June. I'm going to try the group recording thing on there. I haven't played with it yet, but I've been loading shit up on there because I got free time right now. Like, I get 6 hours free every month. I can upload as much as I want, but I've already got 20 downloads in the month that I've had it on there.
Wow.
So I don't know where they're downloading it from, or they're downloading it directly from BeanPod, or where it's going. I have no clue. I'm going to look at that one too, because that one is supposed to tell you the statistics if you upgrade it to the next thing, and it'll tell you where they're downloading it from. And then I was using Spreaker, which is putting us on Apple Music, Amazon, and all these other like weird places like Castbox, things I've never even heard of.
Yeah, once I finish rehabbing Karma's old bedroom into our gaming room, I can set up my streaming stuff back up too.
Damn, I want a gaming room so fucking bad. Y'all need to stop talking about this shit with me.
I'll be
Like, I
chilling.
can't
We'll
do
be
it with the
doing
little
chores.
one. She's too young to put the stuff in the room where she's at with her. Because it'd be like, ugh.
Yep.
I want gaming room so bad. Y'all don't even fucking know. I've already devised a plan for when I can't sleep the nights I'm home with my wife. That I'm going to get an extended HDMI cable I can just run from my Xbox to a TV monitor, either in the side bedroom or in here, and just basically talk shit to people all night.
Now, did you guys finish Fallout?
I've been watching it. She doesn't have any idea about the show.
What?
She doesn't. She
We finished
hasn't
it.
played
It was
Fallout.
so
She has
good.
no idea about it. I've been watching it. I got to the part where the ghoul has the chick captured and was taking her with him.
Oh, okay.
That's what I got as far as I got. Grey's Anatomy, because she was insistent on watching it. So I was like, all right, I'll watch it. So I watched season 1 last night. So far, the shit's been going down, everybody.
Well, my Crunchyroll is back up and running. I was watching some the last couple
We got My
episodes.
Hero Academia dropping this weekend.
Oh, yep.
Ooh, can't wait. Season 7, My Hero. It's unfortunately it's not dubbed, so you'll have to wait till May 18th to watch it. But I'm gonna watch it anyways because I'm a champion of the people.
Yep. Oh, and May 10th is Cat Williams' new
Then we got Demon Slayer coming out too, as well. Buzz season 4. You're missing out on that one.
Demon Slayer.
Then we got Kai Junior Raid still going. Ooh, yeah. And then we got what was it? Something else was coming out next. I was talking to Brianna about it. When the little ones were talking about it. Let's see, what did I tell her?
There's a couple new games I'm going to be playing soon too. Mike and me have been trying to find games that we can cross-play since he's on PC, I'm on PS5, so that we can kind of game together and stuff. But, speaking of Mikey, here he comes.
Mikey, I hope you can hear the next following statement. Fuck the Penguins, okay? Fuck Sidney Crosby. Fuck Mario Lemieux, okay? No one gives a fuck about your has-been team, all right?
Look, all I gotta say, and your
100%.
argument with the Chief Bill is the same. So you can't be like
I
Chief,
can.
blah blah blah, and then
I
fly
can.
over the Penguins. Championships, son. Championships.
Oh, I can. Remember the 90s? That was the greatest years of our lives. I'm like a Cowboys fan. I'm living the 90s in my mind every day.
When's the last time the Flyers won a championship?
God damn, who knows, bro? That's a good question. It's just like, when's your team going to win something again? We already seen your draft. It looked like a dismal pick. We didn't know what you all were doing there. You're just giving away picks to everybody. You pissed everybody off by giving us the 28th pick.
Look, that's not the guy we need in the draft. Like, and if you wanted Xavier Worthy, you were going to trade up in front of Buffalo to get him.
That's okay.
At least we got something out of you.
Listen, three-peat. That's all I just want y'all to know. Three-peat's going to happen, Mike. That's all you know is three-peat's happening. I hope you know, okay? You just keep giving Patrick Mahomes all the things he needs, okay? Rice gets out of this charge, it's game over. I'm telling you, it's a lights-out season.
Look, the Bills weren't going to win. The Bills weren't winning the championship this year. We had to let all our
winning last year either. I thought y'all were
we're-
talking pretty big last year when it happened, and I called it. I told y'all it was going to happen. Y'all were going to lose. Like, oh no. And what happened? Disappointment happened. It's okay.
That's okay. You know, like, it is what it is. You got Patrick Mahomes. Like, I'm just going to, you know, like, if we can get one during the Patrick Mahomes era, I'll be pretty happy. We got considering
that's not
the
happening.
Bills are a lot like your Flyers. We don't win championships, so I don't know what that feels like. So
Yeah,
if
no,
we
you
get
don't. It's
one,
okay, buddy. It feels
I'll be
great.
happy.
Feels great, especially when you're back-to-back. It's just phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
That's okay. You won't get three in a row. So
Are you sure? I don't know about that. The way it's going, power those Swifties, man.
To be honest, like, your competition make really dumb moves. So.
The Swifties are strong with us, yes. You know, like Yoda says, you know, hear him? He said the Swifties are strong with them. They was just getting that power P to fucking Kelsey. He's going to go out there like Superman and start dominating again.
Well, we'll see. He's not allowed to go to strip clubs anymore, so.
It's okay. He don't need to go to strip clubs. He's got the power of the Swifties, all right? All right? It's okay. Don't worry about it. He's got it.
Mike's like, look, I'm going to get a sandwich. Leave me alone.
He's like, I'm done with this argument. I can't go any further. God, yes, we need to get him, AJ, and then the other guy. Dude, we can have a nice little NFL discussion.
Oh, yeah.
The minute he came in the other day, I started telling people to whistle at him, and he was getting pissed. He's like, God damn it, how is it you know my kryptonite? I'm like, little do you know I listen to everything everybody says around me. And I said, I don't realize the information you're giving me is very useful.
Oh, look, and for our listeners, we have an issue going on. Like, we need help.
Uh-oh.
Winks is missing. Like, my Asian Fortnite kid is missing.
Oh, God. His name is Winks? Oh, no. Winks could have died, damn it. I told you. How do you know he's not an old man?
He might have got grounded.
Oh, no. Yeah, grounded. He's like, you playing with Americans again? Oh, no. You. That's it. We ban you. That's it. No more. No more Fortnite. And he's like, but Mama, no. I say no more Fortnite.
No more Fortnite.
You need me to call your father? And then he's like, oh, no, don't call Daddy.
It's been a month since it's almost been a whole month since he's been on his PS5. So I'm just like, where is Winks? We're all like, where is Winks?
He's busy, okay? He's got to be the matriarch of the family.
I'm like, where's my Fortnite Asian?
Oh, God, no. Uh-oh. Everybody's trying to cause the national security measures. He's upset because TikTok got banned in America. He's like, oh, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Did they rule on that finally? They did?
I don't know if they did anything further, but I know that it passed.
What's funny is there's some white lady every time I sign on to TikTok telling me how they've for years had this crew on making sure that TikTok is a safe community and this and that. I was just like,
what is the safe community when they harassed that one girl for cosplaying as an Asian?
Right.
That whole Naruto girl that was on there, they were sending death threats to. Yeah, you're really monitoring your fucking app so well.
Right. Well, it must be. It's just that, if our information's getting sold, I'm like, well, I mean, honestly, if you have anything, you got the Temu or Shein app, your shit's been sold. I have Alexa's Googles in my house. They're
Geek was the other one.
Shit.
Before Temu, there was Geek. There's that one that, you get that cheap shit off Geek all the time with the weird gadgets and stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look, we were at the mall. We went down to Columbia Mall in Maryland yesterday. I finally got the Korean cheese dog thing. So
I saw that in your story. I was like, shit.
Oh my God. They were good. They were really good. They did not disappoint. Now I
got a
just need to
couple
learn how
of
to feed myself though.
I just don't know if Stacy can handle eating them though, because with her teeth, I'm not sure they'll work or not. So
No, they were really good. And so while I was there, at this mall, there's a lot of stores popping up. They're called random fucking things. Like there's box lunch. I do like the box lunch store. They're really fucking expensive though. I went in their clearance section. I got a really cool Hawaiian
yeah,
like
they're very expensive, but they have some cool fucking
Darth
shit. They have all
Vader
that
shirt
team shit.
for Mike, and I got me a new mug. But all these other stores that has all the anime stuff, right?
Yep.
But I'm like,
We don't know if we got them. I haven't been to our mall in a while. I may have to go over there and check and see what's going on there.
right. And the
It's been
Columbia
minutes
Mall
in
is
the
actually
mall.
a mall that there's the only closed store in that mall is Hollister. Like all the Hollister stores that have closed down in malls, it's just that weird cabana look on the outside. Nobody's like built anything inside of it now, but so there's tons. All the stores were open. We're going to all these stores. I'm like, I can get that off of Temu for 98 cents. I'm not paying $26 for these slippers, those foam puffy slippers. Like I can get that
Yeah,
off Temu for 98
seems
cents.
like it's here the Hollister and Aeropostale and all of them are dying out quick. Banana Republic is
Oh
Banana
yeah.
who.
And now there's a new store. Remember there was PacSun, what used to be like the cool skater store. You get cheap hoodies and skater
Yeah,
shirts and
is
stuff.
that and
It's
what is it?
called
Zoomies, I
something
think was
else
the other one
now.
too.
They're not PacSun. They're called something else, but it's pretty much the same store,
Yeah,
just more expensive.
I bet.
But my point is like, so we have all these little stores opening up. And this brings me back to my theory again about the whole TikTok ban crap, is because TikTok has been making so much money selling things super cheap for the good price that they should be sold, that American stores take and triple or quadruple the price and sell it to people, and it's the same exact product. So I'm in this mall and I'm like, you can buy that off a TikTok shop. You could buy that off of Shein. You could buy that off of Temu for half or even more than half the price of what they're selling in these stores. So I was just like, no. And then like Asian snacks like are a big thing. So like you've been seeing a lot of the Asian snack boxes you can subscribe to. Those are probably the best way to buy them unless you have an Asian store near you, like Asian grocery market where you can actually get them for not a astronomical price. Because there was like these stores in the mall that will have like a bunch of anime stuff, and then they'll have like the Kiwawa type thing where it's like all the cutesy bunny crap, right? And like all the Asian snacks, but like they want like Pockies. They want like the one small pack that you can get at Five Below, but they're still expensive at Five Below. Now they're $5 at Five Below for the one small pack. You can get the one small pack in the mall. They want like $10.99 for them. It's like I could buy that in bulk at BJ's for $10.99 and have like 1,000 Pockies. Like, what is this? Like,
Yeah,
you're
it's just
crazy.
ridiculous, man. The coolest thing I saw is they had this charms for the Crocs or whatever. They
Oh
had one
yeah,
for there's like big ass stand there that had them. I was like, hell yeah, dude! I got some Mario ones from my other pair.
nice. Yeah, we have
Still rocking my Spider-Man ones.
me and the kids joined the Croc family. They got me into it. I love them. They're so comfy.
Check them out online. They got way better ones online. They have deals always going on for 50. Buy two of them for $50.
Yeah, like I got we have regular Crocs, and then they have the Crocs that are insulated for like wintertime. Mike refuses to wear Crocs, but I tell you, when I used to be on my feet all the time when I was working at
Mike's
Kohl's.
douchey enough. You should wear some Crocs. Get him some Penguin ones. I guarantee you wear them.
When I used to work on my feet a lot, I come home and it's like they compressed my feet in the right places to make my feet stop hurting.
I love them. I take them I wear them to the gym and everything. I wear them everywhere. If I'm not wearing my regular shoes, I'm wearing those. So I wear my work shoes and then those. I haven't looked back to regular shoes at all.
Yeah, we bought a bunch of those charms off of. I either got them off of Amazon. I think I got them off of Amazon, but I got like 100 different types.
You can get the official team ones off of the Croc store. I got the Flyers one and I got a White Sox one too. I got when I got me and Stacy's, because Stacy got the Navy ones in honor of her grandfather since he was a Navy man.
Right, but you can get them online so much cheaper.
I told you, $2 for $50 isn't a bad deal. You're paying $25 a piece for them suckers. But you get some. I got Spider-Man themed ones with all the charms on it too.
Yeah, you can get all those, and you can get those on these sites
I got
from
some Dookie
China
Naruto ones for Mike. I'm
so
not
much
just checking
cheaper.
out, man.
So much cheaper than going into a store in America.
Yeah.
And they
Well, because
for
you think
one
about it, you don't have the space and the rent you're paying for and the electric bill, so yeah, it's cheaper.
it's like you let's say you want one charm, you want one Flyers charm. Here you go in the America, you buy it at a store, they want $30 for that one freaking croc charm. You go online and get it through Temu or Amazon, and you're only paying like $1 or $2. Like,
Yeah, because like I said, you don't have the renting of the space and all that. I mean, they have Croc stores you can go into, but they never have anything I like there.
yeah.
And then I came across this text in my messages. It was like, "Oh yeah, buy 2 pairs for 50." It's like, "All right, I'm gonna go see what's on there." And then it happened to be that I could get the Spider-Man theme ones that came with all these charms included on the sucker, plus hers for $50. I was like, "Dude, that's a steal out the door right there."
But yeah, but like this thing that again, tying all back in though, is about money. It's about the fact that the US can't get any more money out of TikTok and them selling everything. And it's not really about security and national security, about them gathering information of people buying stuff. Because if that was the case, then all the other outlets that are ways that people are buying stuff and putting their credit information in to buy stuff from China, like Temu, Shein, and all them, they would have blocked. It's they don't want, they're not
Our
getting enough
fucking
money
problems
off these
here. Stop
sites.
sending all the money to Ukraine and not nothing for us, and then maybe we'll give a fuck again.
Right, and that's the thing, like how come, all right, so I feel for the people of Ukraine and everything. Yes, we should give some aid, but we shouldn't, why are we always the major ones giving all the aid and we can't even help
Because we're the
ourselves?
sucker. You know how that works? There's a sucker born every day. Our fucking president's dumb enough to send it over there.
And it's like
That's
you,
why people don't like Trump, because Trump said he's like, I'd make the other motherfuckers pay up. I'm like, that's what they should do. He's not wrong.
right. I don't agree on that stuff either. Like I'm like I agree to help a little, like try to help in ways that we can help, but I don't think us constantly sending money or funding all these wars that we don't need to be into. Like, why can't we just be a neutral party a little bit, sometimes? Like, if it's like really bad stuff, like the stuff that's going over in Gaza, like that's pretty horrible. Like mass genocides and murders going on over there. Like, okay, I get that. We should help with that, but like all that, like I just feel like we're always spending all this money funding all these wars that we have nothing to do with,
Exactly.
and we're not helping anybody here or helping the people here and the market here. Oh my god, like the just food prices,
Well,
housing
Russia
costs,
already owned Ukraine or whatever it was. They took over the territory already, technically, so they're just refusing to
give it back.
convert to whatever it is they want. I'm like, at this point, it's not our business to worry about. However they handle it over there, they're not doing anything else. They're not threatening us. They're not like Hitler's basically rebuilding the USSR, basically. Like,
But
whatever he's doing over there, it's not my fucking business. He wants to take over a small part of Europe. I want to take over a small part of Europe. I mean, like, is it really going to affect anybody at the end of the day?
they're saying it had to do stuff with oil, so like oil,
Everything has to do with something. They
everything.
always come tell us a lot of things, but are they really telling us the fucking truth? That's the real
Exactly.
question.
Like we don't know.
Oh, do you hear about the thing about NASA? They found another planet apparently that can have life forms. They're going to send something out to go look at. It's like another Earth, but another galaxy over, or something like that.
Oh snap! Yeah, like how long will that take for them to get over there?
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's a question, but that's still going to be interesting to find out. That we already know. We already know there's life out there because all them fucking weird reports or shit that people don't want to talk about.
Where's the aliens? Like now that we're like, oh, aliens are real and they're living like, where are they? Can they take me
They're here.
away from
I
this
mean, it
place?
depends where you go. I got real honestly got to look up this guy from the Joe Rogan podcast I was listening to, that he was telling about the South American incident where the shit just went down, where they had an actual alien, eyewitness accounts of it walking through the town. And then the weird shit that went on, like they said they found this like crinkled like aluminum foil looking metal that regained its shape instantly, kind of thing. Like there's a bunch of weird shit.
Right.
People don't want to talk about none of that stuff though because they were scared to death because the government told them to be quiet.
like
But
so
those
the
things are the
government.
things we need to know. We need to know if some shit's going down. Like, we need to know what the fuck is going on here, dude.
Well, not only that, like you guys have had all these years, you've been harboring that people have known. Everybody's always been like, no, there's really like my family and me, we're always like, I'm like, there's always been they're hiding something. I'm like, let's go storm Area 51.
The
Hell
government,
yeah,
they're hiding a lot of things. You kidding me? That's nothing new there. It's
yeah, it's
been
nothing.
happening for a long time now. Roswell, Mexico, that government's
Exactly.
been pretty crazy, but it's hard to
But
make up some of these stories you read, because I read a book where they were talking about different alien encounters.
well, my thing
And
is
it's
like,
like,
what have we learned? Or like, you guys have now had like 50, 60 years that you've been studying. Like, what have you learned? Like, give us the technologies that they had, like, or like,
what do you
hey,
mean? Do you
if
not hear
I
about
meet
the
an
thing they were
alien,
talking about?
like,
They were
yo,
playing
where's
around
your
the UFO, whatever, the little flying machine thing. They were trying to figure out how to fly the fucking thing. And
look?
then all those weird lights they see all the time is probably somebody test piloting one of the things.
Listen, I'll vote for the first alien that runs for president that's going to help us save the planet from extinction. From like,
It's the only way to save it is we just have to wipe out all the government, like clear them out and get some new people in there, because these guys are just making all that money and they're doing shit for us. That's the problem. A lot of these people don't fucking realize is that all these older generation are like, oh no, you're so wrong. We're so wrong. What, dude? Oh, work hard and get a house. Did you know the average income to buy a house nowadays, you need to have $100,000 income?
$120,000 income with
That's what I'm saying.
no
Though,
credit
like no one's
card
making
debt.
$120,000, man. Like, who the fuck is making that kind of money? NFL players are.
Right. You have to, in America, you have to make the average of $120,000 a year as a single person. So not even adding family.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
you have to have no student loan debt and no credit card debt in order to get a house. There was a person, and I can't remember if I said this on the last podcast, but I went back and I reviewed it to make sure it was like legit, not just people talking out their ass. But this guy had made $120,000 a year. He had $100,000 down for a $400,000 house, and nobody would give him a loan.
Isn't that funny?
Like insane. Like nobody would give him a loan. Like you're
And
buying. I make
the fucked up part is,
$120,000 a year.
and the fucked up part is that we bailed all these banks out when they were in trouble too. That was the funniest part. My tax money went to bail these stupid fucking douchebags out.
Right, and we're like, our schools suck. The kids aren't learning anything.
My thing with school is I think that we should change the approach. Like, no, history is not doing us any good. Knowing our history is not doing us any fucking good. We
Right,
should
we need
focus it on career-based, like things we need now. We need to be driven
exactly
towards those things,
career
not towards
based
this
and
dumb
self
shit we don't
sufficiency.
need.
They need to bring back like home ec and the mechanic shop classes. They need to
I think they're
focus
still there
on
in some of the schools I was at. When I
programming,
went to school, they still were there.
math and programming, architectural design,
Yeah, shape
agricultural
these
stuff.
kids into careers that when they leave, we can fill these job needs.
Right. But
We need to have
agricultural,
people.
I think all the school systems, even in the city, like they need to learn agricultural stuff. They need to learn about growing and farming and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And it like,
Well, they technically do, because the FFA people, the kids that do all that stuff, technically do the farming stuff.
yeah, but
They'll
it
raise their
depends
own
on where you live.
cattle and things like that. Like, have them pair up with farms and show them how the stuff works, But it's I don't know. It's so fucking weird these days, man.
Right.
Cost of everything going up. The fucking
And we just stop
McDonald's
building
is
all
trying to
these.
pull a fast on everybody too. It's like, y'all complain about this, but y'all keep going there.
Right. And why are we building more and more houses that nobody's going to be able to afford or buy? They just keep building
Because they
all
want
these
to rent
houses.
them. Rent. Think about it. You can rent those houses to people.
Well, the
It's not
rent is
affordable rent,
still
but rent them.
insane. The rent's still insane. Rent around here is like $2,400. My mortgage isn't even $24,000, like $2,400.
I pay
A
like
freaking
$11.95 right now.
a 1-bedroom room with like not even like a full kitchen and like a small bathroom, like pretty much a closet in New York City is, $1,800 to rent out. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
insane.
I believe it. It's fucking crazy. The cost of living is insane. And then our president's like, why y'all mad still? Well, you haven't done shit for.
But here's the
Now
thing:
he's
if
talking
you're
about
smart,
some tax thing.
if people are smart, this is what they'll do. They're gonna wait till the housing market becomes a buyer's market again. You're
Yeah.
gonna and hopefully there'll be some first homeowner buyer credit crap going on again, like Obama did, that we got to reap those benefits for about 12 years because it still was going good 4 years after he left office, but then Trump got rid of it, and that's why it's not there anymore, and everybody's really suffering now. But instead of it being they're blaming it all on Biden, but it's not stuff that Biden did, it's stuff that Trump did in his residency as president that goes into effect. Because that's what people keep forgetting, is that the stuff that presidents do during their term doesn't really go into effect during their terms. It's after. So we got to see good things happen because there was 2 terms with Obama. So the stuff that he changed in his first term really went into effect, and we started to reap those benefits into his second term. And then after he left, so like any of the really good stuff, and then Trump was made all these changes, and we didn't feel those effects until after he left, because that's how this works. And that's what people don't understand. So then they're like, oh, Joe Biden fucked up all this shit. We're unemployment. Unemployment's actually not that high, but it's like unemployment went down, but the housing market went up, food prices went up. Like, no, that's because of shit that Trump changed. It's just you're now feeling it because the effects are coming in, and the things that Obama put in place
Think
before
about
have
it.
gone
Now
off.
that he went up and he's out, now he's got something he can use against him.
Exactly. And then, so our plan, well, my plan, I've discussed it with my better half, is, I got my house when Obama had that whole USDA thing going on. So I had no money down, my credit was shit, it didn't matter, and I was able to get a house. And so we're thinking, as long as the FHA stuff is going on still, before we get married, if we get married, or if we want to buy another house, he buy a house with the FHA, because it'll be his first house.
Yeah, makes
Go
sense.
through all that, then rent out my house.
That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah, so then we'll both have a house. Because I watched this guy about the housing market and stuff, and he's just like, I wouldn't marry my wife until she bought her first house under the FHA, and then we got another house. So like pretty much she bought 3 houses under that, he bought 3 houses under that, then they finally got married, and they have all these rental properties now, and then their regular house. And then so they were super smart about it. I was like, that is a good hustle right there.
Yes.
And it's not that they had a lot of money either when they were doing this. They were, they have money now, but they didn't have a lot of money when they were first doing it. They were just really smart about it when they did it. I was like, that's a great idea. Because my goal has always been to rent this house out that we're currently in. I always wanted to get another house and then rent this house out. Or let the kids live here if they were going to go to college locally, and probably pretty much end up being a frat house. But
It's their house. They can do what they want to do. Okay, they want to throw college parties, have keg stands in the back. They can. All right.
That's fine as long as they fix anything they break, right?
Oh, they want them to fix shit? No. Now you're making deal breakers. No, damn it.
No. But yeah.
That's just I was watching.
My cousin just bought a house. They bought it's like a 6-bedroom, 3.5 bath house. We went and saw it Saturday after the funeral that we went to, and it's a nice house. Was it worth $550,000? $550,000? The house itself isn't all that grand. It's kind of like built weird, like weird split levels and a little bit of a maze, but it's nice.
Getting with it though.
It's got a lot of land. That's what they paid for. It's the land and location that's why it was $500,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
And then they didn't sell their house and move in and buy this house. So they were in the middle of having another kid. She just gave birth like a month ago. So they've been slowly moving everything over from the old house, and now they're going to fix up the old house a little bit and sell it. But it's going to be great because they're going to get at least another $160,000 over what they paid originally for the house when they got it.
Yeah.
Which then they could put towards the new house, either pay down some of the principal or pay off any credit cards, and they have student loan debt because she keeps going back to school. She's going for her PhD. And then, they could pay off some of that. They could pay off some credit card stuff they need to, and then put money into the $500,000 house that they just bought to make it the way they want it.
Where's she going back to school for? What now?
What?
What's she going back to school for?
To get her PhD.
And what though?
She does lab stuff. I don't know. She worked for the CDC.
Oh.
Scientist, does stuff with
you going for smart people stuff. Everybody
biology.
calling that.
Yeah, I can't remember what exactly her degree is in, but all that super smart stuff. She worked really hard with the CDC and stuff with the COVID vaccines and the test. I don't think she worked a little bit on one of the COVID vaccines, but mostly she worked on the tests that were patented and are used now for COVID tests. Yeah. But she works over there. So now she's working to get her PhD. So she's got a lot of student loan debt. She's already she's got her
master's. Supposed to wipe on mine, and I'm still dealing with mine. I got the letter from the Department of Education saying that mine got forgiven because of the college I went to got caught doing something. Westwood College got caught doing something. They were not accredited, or they were claiming to be accredited, and they weren't.
Oh, wow.
I guess it bit them in the ass. So I got this letter that says to hold on to it and said that they're going to forgive them because of whatever they did. So.
Oh, that's nice.
But they handed it off to another lender, though, because the people originally owned it were like, oh, no. And I'm like, I don't know your shit, so I don't know who you contacted me for, because I got a letter here that says they forgave everything, so go call them.
Here's the thing. So the big topic of conversation that I see a lot going on right now, besides the cost of living and all that stuff, is the whole, like, we were told, go to college, get a good job, you'll be great.
Yeah.
And I get that. And for me, I only have my associate's degree from college. I paid my student loans off because that's the thing I did first before I got a house. I just hustled. It sucks. I did a lot of work, and I was able to get my house in my late 20s. And I'm just like, then they start doing the whole loan forgiveness. Is like, well, can I get a credit for actually paying my loans back? And like, I understand, like, it is astronomical in America to go to college, to go to university, go overseas. It's cheaper, but they don't always switch over. The credits that you get overseas in college and university, you go there, America doesn't always recognize. And then you come back over here and you can't bring your stuff over with you, and they don't recognize it. They don't honor it. And that is just the American system fucking up, because everybody else in the world doesn't do that shit. And it's bullshit. And I understand that. And people are whining and complaining, but like, the generations now that are starting to go to college, like, they're like not going to college because, everybody's saying all this shit. And it's like, well, you still do need to go to college. Like, it's gonna suck. You're gonna have all these loans. You can try to figure out something else. Go overseas, go to college, and start living overseas. Just don't live here or something. Like, I pushed my kids. I'm like, you want to go overseas and go to college, and you want to move overseas? I'm down. Let's go. If that's what you want to go to university, that's what you do. Let's do it. I will 100% support that. But it's like, you gotta go to college, because if you're gonna get any type of good job, even though, like, yes, you can still get an okay job and a good job. And even with your college, you got the people that are like, well, I have my college degree and I'm only making this much. And you picked a dumb field to get your college degree in.
Exactly.
You gotta be mindful of what is needed and what they pay, like that degree pays, and what is the job market. And that's how you pick what you're getting your degree in.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's where people fuck up, and that's where you have all these people on TikTok and everywhere else, like, complaining and saying all that. Like, yeah, but what's their degrees in human resources, or their degrees in business administration? Like, that's why. Or I got a bachelor's in science. Okay, and did you pick anything specific? Are you doing like AI stuff or computer programming or lab shit? Like, no, you just got the generic it doesn't even really, you didn't really learn anything. You just got the generic thing and spent all this money for no reason. I was like, stop getting the
I mean,
generic
college is kind
shit.
of a scam because they should be directing these kids to the what's needs, not these dumbass degrees. Like, oh, I got one. What are you going to do with that from there? I don't know. I haven't thought that far. Well, that's the problem I have with it, is that they should be
Right.
molding these kids and directing them like, hey, if you're going to do this, these are the possible fields you get into. What is it you want to do? What's your end
Right.
game?
And a good college does do that. A good college does sit them down and tell them that. But this is the thing. The other colleges might have sat that child down and did that. And they're like, oh, no, I'm going to do this because it's easier. And they're trying to take the easier way out. But they're still spending all this money. And then they would have wanted to complain when they can't get a good job or they're not getting paid as much and they have $75,000 in student loan debt. Well, you picked this.
Right? You
You
picked this
know,
dumbass career. You stamped, I want to be a University of Dumbass graduate.
exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
pick something that makes sense, not pick something that doesn't make sense, and then argue the point that, you know, that you chose it, so it's everybody else's fault because you chose to pick a degree that makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Exactly.
Like, you can't blame
And then
everybody
like
for
I
you being an adult to make your own decisions.
and then you have kids like my kid who's like, I'm gonna take a year off after school. Okay, that's cool. Like, what are you gonna do with that year off? Are you working? You gonna
Everybody keeps
travel?
dwelling on this still. Buzz has been dwelling on this for the last few months. She said, I'm gonna take off a year of school. And she's like, she's angry. In case y'all can't tell, she is angry about that
I
decision.
I am because I'm angry because she's not doing anything. It's not like she took off. Like if she would have took off a year and it's like, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna go backpack Europe. Cool. You know what? I would even finance that for you because you're living life a little bit
Oh,
and learning
you
things.
want to finance mine? I'll go backpack across
A
Europe. I'll
hun-
tell you how it goes.
100% of my kids want to explore the world, I would have done that. All she's doing is shacked up with her boyfriend doing nothing. So, us helping her out with the car, that's initiative for her to get a job as well. Because it's like, I try to tell her, it's like, well, now you can only go to community college because 4-year college is going to be like, well, what did you do this last year? You didn't do shit. You didn't volunteer any place. You didn't travel. You weren't working for the Peace Corps. You weren't doing nothing. You were sitting around getting high, smoking pot and chilling. Like you didn't do nothing. You didn't even
They were
like have
doing
a
something.
job.
They were practicing botany. Stop. Okay.
Oh
They're
gosh. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go that way. You were practicing botany, but like, oh my gosh, like it's just mind blows me the whole situation and stuff like that. Like I have another niece. I mean, she
listen. We were young at that age. We remember that age when we did nothing.
well, look, well, here's the thing, but not me. That's the thing, but not me. And I understand like people, and like I'm sure we'll get like about a lot of backlash from people listening to this, where it's just like, oh, well, you're not your parents, and everybody's different. I get that. Everybody's raised different too. Like I did not raise them to make this decision. I try to support their decisions and stuff like that. Now, at the time when she was all about taking the year off, she had a job. So I'm like, cool, at least you're going to be working, fine. But my rule is to live here at this house, you either have to be working or in school. So if you're going to take a year off and you're going to work and maybe take a class here and there, that's actually what we were talked about. She would go to community college first and just take a couple of classes and then decide which college, 4 years college she wanted to go to. Well, now you just made it harder for you to get into 4-year college. You're definitely just going to have to go to community college and then transfer to a 4-year to get whatever degree you're going to get, because part of that interview into the college is, what did you do this last year after high school? You didn't do shit. You have nothing to show. It's not like you were. That's where like people don't understand this. Like I was like, if you were like, I took off a year and I traveled through Europe, they would actually like that better than I took a year and did nothing and sat at home. Like
Yeah.
you could have took a year and did nothing in Europe and just partied your way through Europe and had been fine. I would have been happy Dory with that, because you're at least like exploring and living life a little bit,
Like I said, you want to finance my trip? I'll go to Europe. I'll go backpack across Europe. Japan sounds nice this time of year. Was it about $5,000 to go there or something? All right, sounds good. I heard Buzz said she financed me to go to Japan. I'll report live from Japan and let you know how it all goes.
Look, no, it's less than $5,000 to go to Japan. It's $3,000. My friend just went for a whole month. My friend Justin just went to Taiwan and Japan for a whole month. $3,000. That was his travel expense where he stayed expense and all the money he spent on food, it was $3,000 for him to go to Japan for a whole month.
I just want to go to all the 7-Elevens. That's it, because I'm a weirdo. Like, we can't have these great 7-Eleven markets like they've got there. I'm like, damn, dude, we have nothing close to that here. Like, their setups and the way they do, it's just, it's crazy. I just want to see how a culture survives on vending machines, because that's what a lot of them have. Like, it's so
Right.
unique, though.
Yeah.
Of a concept, that people undervalue vending machines so much, because think about all those vending machines you put out in front of stuff.
Well,
Walmart,
here's the thing.
guaranteed they're getting hit up for those sodas.
Here's the thing. Their vending machines in Japan are completely different than vending machines here. And like they like take care of those, like that food in those vending machines there are actually healthier and better than the shit that we sell on the shelves here in our grocery stores, which is this hilarious.
No, we don't care. We already know we don't care.
Oh yeah, exactly. We don't care. That's the problem.
Breaking
People
news:
around here don't care.
Travis Kelce has just agreed to take a 2-year extension to become the highest paid tight end in the NFL. Mike's response: "Oh, the Bills are so great. They're gonna stay here." No, Mike, ain't gonna happen, buddy.
Oh man.
And we got to get his reaction. I'm telling you, man, we need to do that. We definitely
Yes.
have to do an NFL podcast type thing like that for get his reaction every week. So when he starts losing every week, I can laugh my ass off at him. And I already got a Cowboys fan too. I was more than happy to come on and talk about the Cowboys. We got AJ, who's the Indianapolis Colts fan. Like, listen.
Well, our conversation last night with Casey started because Casey's like, besides you're Bills fan because your boyfriend's a Bills fan, what would be your team? And I was like, the Ravens, because I'm from Baltimore. Like,
the Ravens, get the fuck out of here. No one cares about Lamar Jackson. Fuck him. Fuck Travis. What's his fucking face?
But look, here's the thing. Like,
the fucking running back that just picked
so
him. Should have picked up him. She should have went to Dallas instead of Dallas signing Ezekiel fucking Elliott.
well, listen, you ready? I'm so out of touch with who is where and what that I still thought that Joe Flacco was in the Ravens. Like, he's been gone. Like, that's
Michael has failed you. Just so I'm blaming Mike. This is all his fault. Michael has failed her.
Well, no, because I'm learning, because I didn't even know about the draft, and I knew about the draft, but I didn't know like people switched around like that. Like, I didn't know that.
Yes, but it's because they stay with the same team forever. The only person to do that is very few list of people.
Yeah, I thought that they stayed with
career
the
players
same
of a
team
certain
and
team.
just got new people
like
when people retired.
What's his name for the Yankees? God, I can't think of what his name was. Derek Jeter was a Yankee till he retired, and that was a rarity of happening.
See, I didn't know that. So that's how out of tune I am.
Listen, money talks and bullshit walks, okay? So a lot of these guys, I don't care what anybody fucking says, a lot of them go, even though they're out of their prime, they're going because they know they're going to get paid to go there.
Just like I didn't know in the draft, you can't, like, because I was like, oh, do these people already know that they're going to go to that team?
Some of them do, actually. Some of them call them the night before and tell them that we're going to try and draft you at whatever number. And they'll call and ask them what they thought. Because there's actually one on TikTok where the guy was reviewing the videos of the different rookies that were getting calls from the teams. And you can hear their phone conversations.
Oh, okay. Because like he was saying, like, no, they don't know, and you can't be like, oh, I don't want to go there. Like,
you can do an Eli Manning. You could do an Eli Manning. That's what he did. He didn't want to go to the Chargers, so they traded him to the Chargers. Traded him to the Giants because the Chargers had the first pick. And they picked him, and he refused to play for San Diego.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't have to sign him. Just because they draft you, I mean they have to sign you. They can make an offer to you, and if you don't sign, you don't have to sign them. You can get drafted, or you can go.
Okay.
You don't have to sign with them. There's no obligation. They just ask you if you want to join the team. And Eli had made that loud and clear before he went into the draft that he was not interested in the Chargers, and the Chargers took advantage of it, grabbed him. I forgot what they did afterwards, but he refused to play with them.
Mm.
That's why he ended up with the Giants when he did, because he was like, team. And they could do that. I mean, he got the Manning name, you know. He had Peyton and his dad, Archie Manning, and everything else behind him. That's, it's called spoiledness. I mean, you got to play for these teams. You got to decide if you want to play. The Chargers weren't shit. The Giants, weren't anything either until they got Coughlin and a couple other people. They had Tiki Barber, Michael Strahan, all these fucking big names on there. So unlike the Chargers didn't have shit, and they still don't have shit. They're kind of like the Bills. They're useless. It's okay. Mike's used to it already.
Oh, I thought
This
the
team hasn't
Bills
won anything
played
since
a
like Jim
really
Kelly's the
good
last time they
season
won
last
anything.
year. From what I was watching, the Bills played a really good season last year.
This coming from the person who thinks Joe Flacco still plays for the Ravens. Okay? Yeah, that's not saying a lot, buddy, okay? All right? All right? And then it was she was trying to trash talk me, and then when it happened, pointed, they all suffered the same fate. They all found out that I was right when I said they're gonna win. It's game over. It's not over till it's over. Everybody's like, "Oh, look at the score!" Like, look at the score. Does it say fourth quarter 0 net? No, it's not over. The Niners won that in the Super Bowl. They didn't know until it was over.
Right.
Doesn't matter how you
Did
win
you
the game.
see?
It's how you just won. That's all that matters.
Did you see Kevin Hart when that happened? Like, he had the 49ers jersey on and he switched, and underneath he had the Chiefs. So he took it off and he
Yeah,
was like, yeah, woo.
yeah. Kevin knew what's up. Yeah, I told you, power of the Swifties. That's it. That's all we need. The MVPs. Taylor Swift is the MVP of the goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's new album just dropped. It's weird. I got a Swiftie. My youngest daughter, Emily, is a huge
Her
Taylor
and
Swift.
Travis are doing
We
good,
went to
by
the
the way.
Eras
He was
Tour.
talking about her on the podcast the other day because apparently Andrew Santino was on the episode of Punked with her when Justin Bieber gave her a hard time about I forget what exactly the setup was, but he was to play him and his wife played the married couple that we're not talking about not getting married all of a sudden, and Taylor was trying to convince him, oh no, it's okay. So he wanted Travis to ask her about that if she remembers that episode, if she was really really worried or she knew the whole time it was bullshit. So that's all right. She's doing good. Don't worry. She's all right. She's resting well for the season. Don't worry. She's getting ready. You just picked up the kid from Texas. It's game over. I told you, it's gonna be lights out. Mike's team is imploding. It's great. I'm just like everything I wanted. The Cowboys are signing shit players. Hey, listen.
I do have a funny Buzz story for
Oh
everyone.
God, here
So
we go.
the other day,
Welcome to Buzz's Corner.
so Friday, I had my double funeral on Saturday, but I lost both my aunts.
Jesus Christ
I had,
Almighty.
I had to speak at the funeral and stuff. So Friday night, I'm a little stressed out and stuff. I smoked a little. We got a little got a nice buzz, but we were talking about all the.
You didn't give a speech at a funeral. Fucked up, did you?
No, I gave my
I was
speech.
gonna say, oh my God, no, Buzz. What did you do?
No. Oh well, I'll tell you about the speech because there is some stuff in that speech. But
Oh God, here we go.
it was the night before. It was Friday night. We got really. I was very elevated. I was an
Oh, I
astronaut.
believe you were stressing out.
I
I
moved.
don't even know what I would say.
I
I
moved
think
from
when my
space
dad
cadet.
passes and asks me to talk, I'm gonna say some shit.
I went from space cadet to an astronaut level, and we were
Yeah.
looking at concert tickets.
Oh yeah.
And there was some concerts that we want to see. Our last night, and I was looking at Stevie Nicks is coming to Hershey. I really want to see her before she dies because I didn't get to see Tom Petty live, and then he died, and I was like, son of a bitch. Like, I love these people. And Melanie Martinez is coming. There's like a concert in
Well, we
Pittsburgh.
got Stain coming in October. I'm gonna try and get
Right,
tickets.
yeah, there's like Stain and Creed are touring.
Oh no, we got Stain. What is it? Stain, Breaking Benjamin.
No, Breaking
Somebody
Benjamin's
else.
gonna be here, all that kind of stuff, right? So
Yeah.
I'm on TickPix,
Oh,
and
here we go.
we're talking about getting tickets, and he was like, "Well, he's like, I want to see James Arthur. Well, I'm gonna buy those tickets," and I was
Ooh.
like, "No, that if you could use TickPix, like they have different ways that you can pay for it, where you can like make payments, right? So we could buy like the tickets we want and make payments, right?" Well, and I went to. Luckily, I picked the date and the right venue that we wanted to go and the right amount of tickets. And I was trying to show him the options of the other things where you can make the payments. And I accidentally purchased the tickets. And the ticket sales are fine. You can't cancel, like, oops, I didn't mean to buy it. You can resell them if you want to. And I was like, oh, shit. So I looked at him like, you got the money for this, right? Because I just accidentally bought the tickets.
No, Jesus
I was
Almighty.
high.
I'm gonna have
Oh,
to check that out now because I want to go see Stain. They're coming October 22nd.
yeah, they also sell NFL tickets on here. Like when I was looking, when I got
Yeah,
the
I gotta see my
NBA,
team. I gotta see if they even released new schedules yet. I
yeah,
need to find out if we play Dallas so I can talk shit to all them.
they have a lot of like cheap deal tickets, and then like I said, you can do split payments and payment plan things through it. They use Zip, they use Klarna, they use something else, so you can make the payment plan things, right? So that's I've actually really enjoyed TickPix. It's a good app for it's better than Ticketmaster. There's not a bajillion different fees like Ticketmaster has, so it's
Yeah,
nice.
Ticketmaster is bullshit app anyway, so fuck them.
Oh yeah. So so yeah, my elevated self bought tickets, but luckily it was leased tickets to the venue we wanted to go to on the date and the person we wanted to see, and they were general admission tickets, so they weren't like mad expensive. It was like $138. It wasn't like at least I wasn't on the Stevie Nick tickets, which were 500 and something bucks a piece.
Jesus.
And I was like, I want to see Stevie Nicks that bad. Do I want to see Stevie Nicks that bad? Like, I want to see her, but do I want to see her that
For
bad?
$500? Jesus almighty, what a
But
fucking...
but now there was cheaper ones. There was ones that were like 100 and something, 200 and something, but they were farther away from the stage.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, so at least they were that. But so yeah, I did
I'm
get
looking
up.
at
I
lawn
did.
seats, man. It's like $48 for lawn seats right now. I'm like, and the lawn seats might... I remember somebody went and saw a bunch of other people play and said the lawn seats weren't bad at all.
See, back in the day, I would really get lawn seats. Like when I first saw Bleak 182 at Merriweather Post Pavilion in Maryland, we were in the lawn, and it's fine because we were moshing and I was young. Now I'm old. I want to sit down.
Sit in the grass? What do you mean?
I can't see. I want to be able to see the people and not have to pull out the binoculars to really see and enjoy
I don't know. I know the
stuff.
venue it's going to be at. I have never been there. I'll have to ask somebody about it. My buddy at work, AJ's the one that usually goes to a lot of concerts. I'll have to ask him if it's worth the lawn seats or should I look at something closer.
Like
Because
now,
somebody
when you're
said the last
like
time they
big,
went, it wasn't too bad. Lawn seats weren't bad. I think it was Corn that came through with Stained and a bunch of other people. And she said it
oh
wasn't
cool.
too bad from the lawn seats.
Now when we see like when we went and saw Taylor Swift, we saw her in Philly. That stadium was sold out. There was 30,000 people surrounding the stadium on the outside that didn't get tickets to that sold out show. The 70 something thousand people inside, and it was insane. But like the atmosphere was great. Like they did really good. Like they had like a bajillion big screens that you could see what was going on the stage, and like it wasn't that bad because we were obviously in the nosebleeds. Like I
The
mean, the
Nosebleeds
tickets
aren't
are
too
bad
bad for a lot
expensive.
of them. I know when you're in Houston, their stadium is really set up really nice. Like when you go to Reliant or whatever, their setup is nice. You can still see it. You can still see everything really well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So it's like
So
we saw stuff. It was still really good. Like we could see
I just
things.
need something that's not too cramped because Stacy doesn't like the idea of too many people together in a group. Me, and if it's me going solo, I'd go to like some of these smaller venues. Like I went to the Southside Ballroom, and it was literally when I say you were elbow to elbow with some fucking random person, we were elbow to elbow, everything in that motherfucker. We packed in. And it
Yeah.
was like that
Oh,
too into a
there's
bomb factory here too. And saw Seven Dust. I got a free tickets to a free show, man. I was right on the fucking stage. I had people right on top of me. Like we were dick to dick, dick to ass, dick to dick, and things like. Well, we were just fucking. That's how close you were to someone, and it don't bother me because I'm there for the show. You know, she's never been to a live show, so that would be yeah. The whole that close to people thing, she'd be swinging on motherfuckers. Because you
yeah
know,
there
it's gonna be somebody actually grab your ass and something else. Yeah, it's game on then. And somebody
yeah
getting their ass beat.
yeah. But yeah,
But
so we
yeah,
have a lot of concerts that we're gonna go to this summer, and
yeah.
I'm not allowed to look at the TickPix app when I'm high.
You think so? Mike's like, bitch, you better be on that TickPix
Oh
app.
my god! If I were to accidentally like buy my Temu cart or buy my Amazon cart, that would be bad. That would be really bad.
God.
But yeah, so no, I did speak at the funeral. I was not elevated though, but I did throw some jabs in there. Like I
Oh,
was
I would throw
super
jab.
close to my aunts, and my one aunt in particular was more like a surrogate mother to me. She was my dad's sister.
Oh, you threw jabs at your mom.
I took jabs at my mom, who did not come. Like, she was having a flare up or whatever, and she didn't come, but they recorded it. And I was like,
Oh,
oh
yeah,
my,
yeah.
because
So
my
she's sending
daughters
it to
wanted me
you?
to go up there and speak up there, because I was just like, she was like a mother to me, and, you know, a grandmother to my children, and my children are like sobbing. And like, I was just like saying all this stuff, and I was just like, and it's getting recorded, and she's going to get to watch it. And I was like, I hope she is, because I think several episodes ago, I told everybody, like, you know, my mom disowned me. So like, I don't have a mom. I'm an orphan at this point. My dad's dead. I've been disowned. My kids don't talk to their grandmother. There's a lot of bad blood, and it is what it is.
I'm pretty
But
sure how my speech would go for my dad. Daddy's first time to tell everybody to go fuck off in the first 5 seconds of the conversation. At first, I just want to start by saying, fuck all of you. And just start fucking going off. Like, you know what? You all are a bunch of big fucking Benedict fucking Arnolds. Starting and just start pointing at motherfuckers and start calling them out. Because I just don't like half of my dad's side of the family. They're all a bunch of yuppie pricks.
mm,
I told you, they all had money and they all act like they were fucking better than everybody and this and that. And it was just, I was just got tired. There's very few of them I had no problem with, but the rest of them go fuck off. And then when it comes to my
well,
siblings, my youngest brother, he'd be the first one to get a fuck you because he lives like close to me but doesn't attempt to do shit. Every time I have to do something, it's always some yuppie ass bar setting. I'm like, I don't want to go to no fucking bar, dude. I don't like bars like that. It's not my thing. I've told you that.
right.
And then my
People like
oldest brother's the one upper. He likes to sit there and try and one up everybody. So one up this motherfucker, and then
people with my bio mom. People like hold her up like so high on, like, oh, she's just a great person, and
think
this
that they
sounds like,
don't know the
yes,
story behind the story.
to you people, she is great to you guys. She treated me like shit, like,
Exactly.
and like the things that she's done to me, you guys be like, oh my god, like, no, she would not. Yes, and I have receipts. Like, and like, so I don't want to hear it. Like, I was the unwanted child. I was given up. You know, she only tries to take credit stuff when I accomplish things. Like, you can't take that. And that's what in my speech about my aunt, I was like, she was there for every core memory of my life. My aunt was there for me. Every milestone of my life, she was there for me and my children. She was at every recitals, all my art shows. She let me and my friend Tony take over her parlor room for our band when I was in, you know, school, and I had was a band. I was a drummer. Like, you know, she was there, support me through everything, you know, this and that, encouraged me to do this, she's the main person that got me to do everything, go into art school and all that stuff. Like, it was her. Because, you know, Cindy, bio mom, would want to take that, like, be like, oh, da, 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 da. Like, no, you had nothing to do with it. Um, you know, the only thing I learned from you is that you can't trust anybody. You can only depend on
I've
yourself.
been there from Stone Cold DTA motherfuckers. Don't trust anybody, okay?
Right. And like, just like the all kinds of stuff. Like, you know, that woman used to beat the crap out of me. You
Yep.
know, she told me she was happy my father was dead. I was molested and she didn't do anything about it, by her boyfriend, like all kinds of stuff. And I'm just like, and I'm looking at her when
Speaking
her
of that
friends, like,
subject,
you
there
just
was a
need to
girl.
forgive your mom. Like, it's just so silly that you guys aren't talking. You just need to go over there and talk to her. You need to forgive her. But I was like, I don't have anything to forgive. She disowned me, and I'm perfectly fine with it. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know what y'all are like in La La Land. Like, she talks all this shit about us to her friends, and I'm friends with some of them too. And it's like, you guys really just need to stay out of it, because Cindy has dug her grave, and that, you know, she can lay in it. I have nothing to do with that woman. Like, there's nothing. Like, I've tried for years, and that was the one thing my aunt would always tell me. She's like, I understand that you try to have a good relationship with her and this, that. She's never going to change, Lisa. And it is what it is. She's always been that way, and she's never going to love you.
Yeah,
And
but the fact
she's
that you
right.
allow this shit to happen and that don't say anything about it, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. See, now my aunt and them, my aunts, my dad's side of the family, anytime bad stuff happened to me, they were calling the police. They took me. Well, they also, but this is the thing. This is how it ended up. This is how she finally gave me up after all this stuff happened to me when I was 11. My aunts, I ran away. I was trying to get to their house. And my aunts, once they found me, were like, we're taking her. like, this is done. We're taking her. So they protected me, and she did not. She didn't do shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to get that girl on TikTok I was talking to about her whole situation to come on and talk to us, but I don't know. She'll see what she says. She's liked the comments. I don't know. I haven't reached out to her yet to ask her about that whole situation,
Yeah.
about how April's month was whatever awareness thing. Even though we're about to leave April, I still think we should. It's just fucked up, man. It really is just fucked up shit, dude. Like that shit's just so fucking disgustingly dumb. And then people act like nothing happened. Oh, what do you mean? I didn't do nothing.
Right. And she's one of those, like, I don't remember that. I never did that. That never happened to you.
Yeah,
What?
exactly. That never happened to you, but I clearly remember it. Just like I have, problems with my mom, and it's like she'll probably say the same thing. That's the only biggest fear is when I call her, she's gonna deny the whole thing. Oh, no, bitch. I remember. I know because I still fucking deal with it now. You stupid cunt.
Right. And for all that stuff, like when I was a child and everything, up till about I want to say about 6-7 years ago, up till that point, I ended up forgiving. I made her sit down with me and my sister. My older sister, she idolizes, she does everything for her, she babies, she enables, whatever. And I just was just like, why did you treat me like this? Why'd you do that? Whatever. And she's like, well, I knew you could handle it. And I was doing my best. I was like, well, if you thought that was your best was bullshit. But if
Maybe
you
she did. In her
honestly
mind,
thought,
maybe she did think it was her best.
I
You
was like,
got
if
to
you
remember
honestly
that.
thought this was your best, then I forgive you. And I moved on from that. So a lot of the stuff that happened to me in my
Oh, I
past,
would have moved on.
like that,
I would have been like,
I've been
I'm done.
able to move on from for me, right? For me, though, more, not
Yeah.
really
No,
so
I
much.
get that. I could respect that.
But
But man, fuck that.
then it was the emotional and mental manipulation from then forward,
Mm-hmm.
and the emotional and mental manipulation and abuse on my kids that she dolled out. And for years, I was telling her, it's like, you don't start listening to my kids when they're trying to tell you how they feel about how you treat them, or I'm sitting here telling you, you are going to ruin your relationship with them that I've allowed you to have. Because
Yeah.
there was a time I didn't let her see her grandkid when they were little. No, she didn't get to see them because we weren't dealing with
Oh, I
that.
wasn't really there. I mean, fuck her. I've
And
heard
then
the stories.
now,
I remember the stories. I remember
yep,
getting the messages about it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
right.
well,
So like,
she's at it again. I'm like, oh,
yep.
here we go.
But so when Karma turned 18 and she graduated school, she was like, fuck you. She went off on her. And she blames me. I was like, why? I've been telling you, you've been loading and packing that cannon and it was ready to blow. And she was just waiting until she turned 18 to blow off. And she blew off, and you lost your relationship with them
You
because of that.
record Emily's responses. You can have a turn next.
Yep.
We need
But
to ask Emily if she's seriously thinking about it, because if she is, I want to know. I want somebody to record what she says. I really need to hear it, because I want to watch her flip the fuck out. Like, well, listen, guess what? You just got what you deserved. You did all
yep,
this shit. They seen all this shit. They watched all this shit. They heard their mom's stories. It's like, you don't think they don't know these things? They know what the fuck's going on. They're not stupid. And then
exactly.
you treat them shit on top of that? Fuck you, dude. It's game on now, son. Unleash the fucking beast. That's my biggest fear, though. I'm gonna have to call my mom and talk to her about it one day, about my problems I have, and it's like I think she's gonna deny the whole thing, and I don't think I can handle it right now. I think I'd end up fucking losing my mind completely. Like, you literally have to check me into somewhere afterwards, because I'm gonna literally lose it, because she'll be sitting in her state of denial, like, oh, I never did any of that, bitch. I remember you beat the shit out of me so fucking bad. You stomped the fuck out of me just because you were mad at me about something. I don't remember what it was exactly she was mad about, but she stomped the fuck out of me, and shit like that. And then she dropped me on my dad's doorstep when I was a fucking kid, which leads to all the problems I have now, on top of everything else, And it's like, she doesn't think about what the outcome of that would have been, and then acts like she's the world's greatest mom and wonders why I didn't want to talk to her for a long period of time.